Coach, another big win for you, 4 in a row to start off the year. Just talk about how you're feeling.
Yeah, happy with the group. I thought 2 games in a row now we've come out and really kind of established, our defensive presence to start the game. And so to get off to the start defensively that we did tonight kind of just set a tone for the rest of the game. And anytime you can hold a team to 24%, shooting for the game. I don't care who you're playing. That's pretty good. So proud of the effort on that end. And it was a great night to be able to get some guys who generally have not been in the rotation, get them some minutes and get their feet wet a little bit.
20-5 run to begin the game. Can you just talk a little about how that what a fast start allows?
Yeah, that's kind of the goal. Playing the games here at home. We want to make sure that we get off and establish just the right intention from a defensive standpoint to start the game. And our guys have started to kind of put that into becoming a habit for us. And so we're going to have to continue to ramp that up as the season goes on. But just having the right mentality from a defensive standpoint has a way of affecting the game. And so I'm really proud of the guys from that standpoint.
And there were a couple of rough patches there midway through the first half. What adjustments did you guys try to make?
Yeah, I mean, these kind of games are a little bit tricky, right, when you get up early. And we just kind of deviated from the plan a little bit from an offensive standpoint. We're at our best when the ball is moving, we're sharing the ball and playing with pace. And just in a few segments tonight, I felt like we got away from that. I also thought we had some wide open looks that we'll take any day of the week. We just didn't knock them down. So little combination of that, probably a little bit too loose with the ball in some segments. But again, those will be things that we kind of correct. And there's some things that we need to continue to get better at as a team. We're happy to be 4-0, but we also recognize that we're still a work in progress.
Barry season high in points tonight. Kind of looked like he found his footing.
Yeah, it was good to be able to get Barry some minutes. I thought he had a great offseason. As I said after last game, I'm trying to find minutes for a lot of guys, and I think a really positive deal with our team is our depth, and that should be something that separates us as the season goes on. So it's good to find some minutes for some guys who are still trying to get into the rotation, and so for Barry to come in and affect the game, I think that's 2 games in a row where he looked comfortable and continue to try to find him some minutes because he's a really talented player.
11 steals, 7 in the first half. Can you just talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, our defense, I thought, kicked off some of the offense and last year and bleeding into this year. That's been something that we've been very good at. Is turning teams over and turning some of those turnovers over into points. And tonight was another example of that. Holding them to 5 assists and 24 turnovers is pretty darn good.
Can you preview the game on Thursday, big game against Memphis at the Chase Center?
Yeah, we're going to have our hands full. We're extremely excited for the challenge. Really well-coached team, a very talented team. Thankful that they agreed to play the game on their way to Hawaii. But I think we'll draw upon some of our experiences in the Boise game. And it's another challenge on our schedule. Only thing we're really worried about is what comes next, and Memphis comes next for us. So we're going to have a great week of prep. We're going to get better this week in preparation. We're going to be ready for the challenge on Thursday night.
You had 32 points in the paint compared to their 10. It seems like that's been a point of emphasis just through the first couple weeks of play. Just talk on those efforts. Yeah,
they were a little undersized. They switch a lot. And anytime a team does that, we talk about just getting downhill and getting to 2 feet. And if you're not going to make a play for yourself, making someone else better. And, I still think we have some work to do with that. But, proud of our guys of recognizing what the defense gave them and taking advantage of it.
I asked Tyrone this question, but between Tyrone and Ryan, obviously Tyrone's trying to take that step, become, top-level freshman. Just what have you seen in their relationship between those two off the court?
That's a good question. There's actually some similarities between the two of them. I think why Ryan had some success as a freshman, or had a lot of success as a freshman, is the same reason why Tyrone is having a great deal of success so far as a freshman, because they're unbelievable teammates. Both of them could care less about kind of individual numbers. They just both have a way of kind of affecting the game from a winning standpoint in a lot of different areas. And they're extremely humble, hardworking, and they're really, really tough, both from a physical standpoint and a mental standpoint. And so while they play different positions, there are a lot of similarities between the two of them, which hopefully leads to even more success for the two of them and our team.
How much confidence does it give you when someone like Marcus or Malik might not be in double figures, but you're still winning by 30, 40 points?
Yeah, I applaud Marcus and Malik too. But I thought Marcus really kind of understood what kind of game it was, and just tried to affect the game in a lot of different areas. He rebounded the ball. He assisted. He guarded. It was just efficient night for him. And he was talking the right way the whole time. And same thing with Malik. Malik didn't have his best night from a scoring standpoint, but as I told him, everything will even out. I'd much rather have a game like this, him have a game like this tonight, where we're able to cruise a little bit, because I know he'll respond and be more than ready to go on Thursday against Memphis.
One last question on Malik. 4 steals tonight. He had 5 in the season opener. Just defensively over the offseason and early into this year, what have you seen
he's locked in from a defensive standpoint. I think he's a guy who we can put on the other team's best player, and he takes a challenge of that. And he's just active. And when you're active and you kind of have a no-relax attitude from a defensive standpoint, generally, that's going to lead to some turnovers, some steals. So I'm really proud that he still found a way to affect the game from a defensive standpoint when he wasn't having his best night from an offensive standpoint, and that's a credit to Malik.